Hi FlossTube, it's Lorna the Ladybird Stitcher. Today is Wednesday the 30th of November 2016 and I'm here for my November update. It's kind of gloomy outside, so you might hear some thunder with getting a storm, and hopefully the lighting's okay. I'll just see how we go. This month I saw you in the middle of the month, and since then I've actually surprised myself with how much stitching I managed to get done, which is really good. I finished 2 projects, not fully finished, but I did finished them, and I worked on a few others, so a handful of others, so I'll go through those. I've got a little bit of haul, and yeah, let's get started. Hopefully everyone's had a good 2 weeks. So the first finish was in the Gingerbread Village series, and it was Gingerbread Boy and Snowman. Yeah, the glare is really bad. I'll try and take it out of there. And that's by Country Cottage Needleworks. It's part of the Gingerbread Village series. And I'm sorry, here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And there it is now. It's this one here. And that's the project as it is so far. So there's 4 more to go down the bottom. That's it there. Once again, I found that quite tedious. I wish I could say otherwise, because I did take a long break from it, but 4 trees, stitching up those 4 trees, just there, that was really tedious. The snowman wasn't too bad, and the gingerbread man wasn't too bad. There's a lot of snow that you probably can't see around there. That was a bit tedious as well, on the snow down here. But the worst part, I think, was the trees in this one. But anyway, there's only 4 more to go there, and I'll just take it slowly and do one every month or every couple of months. And hopefully I'll be able to frame it next year. But it's going away for now, and I don't think I'll be working on it in December. So that was the first finish. Now, next finish was my Once Upon a Time. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. Here it is now. It's all done. So there's November and December. I can't see what you're seeing, sorry, so there you go. I did originally intend to just work on November and the rest of the border, but I decided to just keep going, and I managed to complete December, so it's done. It's ready for my daughter for Christmas. So I'm really pleased with that I don't have to worry about it. It's just, I'm not going to frame it. I'll go into why a little bit later on. Another one I worked on was the Darcy's by Brooks Books Publishing. And that's it there. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here it is now. So I'm just working my way around Elizabeth. Right now it looks a bit like Pride and Prejudice and the zombies, because Elizabeth doesn't have any eyes or a mouth, but that will soon be filled in and she'll look a little bit less zombie-like. Yeah, I'm still really enjoying this one. I've only managed to work on it for 2 nights, since the election challenge, so I haven't gotten too much progress on it, but still really enjoying it. And I just want to show you again the needle minder, Pride and Prejudice by Christine from Needle Minder Obsession in Australia. I love that needle minder, it's awesome. And I'll show you the other three I got in my haul segment. That's that one. I did a little bit of work on Palace Theatre, which looks like this. And this is what it looked like the last time you saw it. There it is now. So I haven't worked on that much, I don't think. But I'm starting to enjoy it. I guess I can see the end. It's just this bottom bit that I need to do, and then beading and a little bit of backstitch. So that should go relatively quickly, I think. Next one is Pinocchio Wishes Upon a Star. Is that one. And she's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And there it is now. So I've just worked my way down that column. I've decided to try doing this in columns because I was starting to get a bit lost. I've made a working copy of the chart and I'm marking it off as I go, but I'm still getting a little bit lost. So I've decided to just work on it in columns like I would a Haid or another full coverage piece. And that seems to be working a little bit better. So there's that. I didn't enjoy it that much this month, I'm not sure why, but I just worked on it for a weekend and then put it away and it wasn't too bad. So, and then last but not least was Singer Sampler, and I ran into a little bit of trouble with this one. I'm working on this section, which is Me Far. I'm actually working on the Me. When I purchased the threads originally, when I intended to start it, I only purchased the threads for Do Re, the first two sections, and so they're done. Do Re is done without the words underneath. So you can see there's these words run along the bottom of the whole piece. So I haven't started on those yet, but I've worked on Do Re, and I did most of Me, but there's a colour where my name's supposed to go. That's actually the negative of my name, because the colour that goes in there I'm still waiting on. It's in my Bits and Bobs order, Stitching Bits and Bobs, and they were waiting on a piece. I ordered a piece from the Primitive Hair from them, and it did say on their website that it would be 4 to 6 weeks because they'd need to get the chart in from Italy, from the Primitive Hair herself. And they've just sent me a notification that it was shipped last night. So obviously that's got to come from the US to Australia, so it won't be here for a while. And I can't continue until that colour's here. In addition with that one, the bit down the bottom, it's in the colour Sable, and I only got one skein of that colour, but the colour Sable is in every single panel, as well as the words down the bottom. So I'm a little bit scared that I'm going to run out of that skein. And when I went to reorder it from 123 Stitch, which is where I originally ordered it from, they were out of that colour. I tracked it down from a seller in Australia, and she has been able to get it in, but she's just waiting on a couple of other things to put in my order that I've ordered, and she's still waiting on. So I'm just waiting on that, and I'm going to use a brand new skein to do the bottom, just in case there's dye lot issues, because it's from 2 different sellers, 2 different countries. I don't know how it works exactly, but I'm I'm just worried that the colours will be wildly different. So hopefully next time you see that, it'll have a little bit more done. They're all my whips. Now, as you know, I've just moved, and we found quite a few things in storage that I'd forgotten about. One of them was this one. It's called Dreaming of Tuscany. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a Dimensions Gold collection, petites. I think the Stash Queen's working on this, and there's where I am. So I've obviously worked on this for a while, but I don't know when I started it or how long exactly I worked on it, but I might see if that's better. So I'd like to get back into that one. I've just I'll try and show you something. I found it in, I've kitted it up and set it up in a really strange way. It's basically in plastic sheets. I've put the each colour, not DMC, but each colour which came in the kit in different sleeves, and then I've tied them together with bulldog clips. I don't know how that worked. I can't remember doing this at all, so I'm going to have to get back into it and see whether it works or not. I'm thinking I'll probably just put them on bobbins and just go from there and see how I go, or set them up on a floss card like this, on one of these. I got these from Hong Kong. Really bad spelling on there, but they work really well, so they were really cheap. It's just an Etsy seller. So yeah, I'll see how we go, but I don't think I'm going to keep it in this format. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's how I found it. I also found one that I knew was in here, but I couldn't find. I actually thought it was in my garage, but it was actually in a cupboard. And when we were unpacking and moving, I found it, and I was really happy. And that is this lovely lady, Nantucket Rose, from Lavender and Lace. Now the funny thing with this one, I actually have the fabric, and this is a massive, massive, massive piece of fabric. I don't know how big it is, but it's at least twice as big as I need. But what I did, I have started it. There. But I started it over one, so I don't know. Again, I don't know what I was thinking, but that's how big it would be if I continued on with it. Now, I've never tried unpicking one over one, but I'm thinking it probably won't be much fun. I don't know whether I'm going to unpick it or just cut that piece out, because I've got plenty here to work on this. It's not a very wide piece, but it's really, really long. So I can easily just work on half of it. It's a linen, and it looks like 32 count. And I was doing 2 over 1 on 32 count full passes. So no wonder I put it away. I don't know what I was thinking there, but I really want to get back into that one at some stage. Over 2. So it's on dove grey linen. I remember getting the exact, the linen that it called for. It was before I discovered hand-dyed fabric, which I now always substitute for Lavender and Lace and Mirabilia charts and Nora Corbett. But for this one I got the actual recommended linen, which is dove grey linen. I don't know what kind of linen it is, but it's yeah, dove grey. So hopefully I'll be able to get back into that at some stage in the new year. I'm pretty sure I'll have all the bands there and everything. And then just nothing too exciting, but I've also found this in the same bag. So it's a few charts. I haven't kitted any of these up, but just some monuments from around the world. So yeah, that'll be fun to go through and see where I've been and what I can work on, that kind of thing. So that was an interesting find, and it's funny just looking back at how I used to stitch before I really knew anything. So I'm just checking. I've got my daughters fell asleep on the lounge a few minutes ago, and I've just got the monitor here. I just wanted to make sure she was okay. Now my haul, I got some needle minders. The main ones, don't look at the rest of these, but these three here, they're the other three that I ordered in the Jane Austen set. I'll show you. So the front is like that. Sorry, can you see? Now the sun's come out and it's really bad. There you go. So this is Emma. Sorry, Sense and Sensibility. And the back is exactly the same on this one, so that there's no difference. Sorry, this is really bad. I might insert some photos on here. And then I ordered a few supplies from a lady in the Central Coast of New South Wales. Her name is Janet, and she runs a store called JK's Cross Stitching Supplies, and she tries to source materials for Aussie stitches a little bit cheaper than the LNSs, and I'm sure most of you know that Australians pay a lot more than probably the United States for DMC and other supplies. So she tries to source them and sell them a little bit cheaper, but with every order she sends needle minders, so I think that's really sweet. And she sent me these. Like, I've placed a couple of orders in the last couple of months and I'm amassing quite a collection. So I'm sorry, I hope you can see that. If you can't, I'll put a photo of them, and I'll put her details down below, so if you're in Australia you can look into that. Now I was watching Davina's videos. I think her channel's name is Mumula or Mumula. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Davina, I hope that's okay. And she's working on I think it's Country Cottage Needleworks piece called To Have and to Hold, and my 10th wedding anniversary is coming up in September next year. It's a fair way away, but I need to start thinking. I ordered it from 123 Stitch and they were out of stock, so it has been shipped. It's in Sydney, but it hasn't arrived to me yet. I'll insert a picture here of what it looks like. And I basically ordered everything that the chart needs that I don't have, and it's this material. It's a 13 by 18 piece of 28 count lamb's wool linen. Just lamb's wool, your standard. I hope you can see that. I'm sorry, I can't see a thing from here. I've got the sun in my eyes. I will change rooms next time. So I'll show you the chart next time, but I don't have it yet. I was in the shops and I saw this cross stitch collection. It's October 2016, issue 267, and I really liked the front, this project here. So I'll see if there's a better picture inside. It's called Special Delivery by Amanda Butler, and that's it there. So I really like that. And then there was a chart inside, and that's it there. And I really like that as well. Everything else in here, it's nice, but I don't think I'd stitch it given how all the other things I want to stitch. But I really like those two. I have the G, H and I from the Prairie School alphabet. I have ordered the other letters, but this one I ordered from 123 Stitch, and the others I ordered from Stitching Bits and Bobs, which is still on its way, and this one came earlier. Sorry, the Stitching Bits and Bobs didn't have this one when I was ordering the others. I saw this one on Jessie Marie Does Stuff. Hi Jessie Marie. It's absolutely beautiful. She's been stitching it and she's said she's had trouble putting it down because she loves it so much, and I absolutely love the colours. Just the way she's just so peaceful and reading. And look at this luxury here in the back. It's just so beautiful. This dress, the border, I love it. So I ordered that from 123 Stitch as well. It's called The Reader by Joan Elliott. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know when I'll start it, but now that I have it, I really want to start it. Now, I ordered this one a while ago, and a lot of you have seen it already. I think it's called Kingdom of Books from memory. That's in Russian, I can't read Russian. But I think it's called Kingdom of Books. Now, it comes with plain white Ada, and all this in the background is supposed to be stitched. I wasn't really interested in doing that, so I contacted Tammy from Colour Cascade Fabrics in Australia, and I asked her what she would recommend, and she recommended Gold Digger Old World Map Style. It's this beautiful colour. Actually, that's actually showing up really well. The colour there is about right. It's a huge piece. It is a 26 by 36 piece of Lugana 28 count. So I'll be stitching that 2/2 with the fabric included. That all comes with the fabric, but I'll switch out the Ada and use that fabric instead. So that's from Colour Cascade Fabrics. It's called Gold Digger Old World Map Style. Simple pieces. And then Nora Corbett released this Snapdragon, so I'll take it out of the packet. Yes, I bought it from Colour Cascade Fabrics. When Nora Corbett or Mirabilia releases a pattern, Tammy from Colour Cascade Fabrics offers the chart, the fabric and the embellishment pack. If you buy all of them, you get a 10% discount. So I bought all of them. So this is Snapdragon from the Pixie Blossom collection, and it's NC225. I love those purples. Absolutely beautiful. And I've got the embellishment pack. Looks like it's only 2 beads there. Those, and for the fabric I got Emerald City, and I think I ordered Opal Lugana 28 count for that one. It's a really deep green. It's beautiful fabric. I went on the viewer and looked at all the options, and this one really made the colours pop on this chart. So that's beautiful. I don't know when I'll start it, but yeah, it's just DMC and 2 different beads, so it won't be too hard to get the DMCs. But I am going to be working from stash, stitching from stash next year. I'm doing a Stitch from Stash 2017A. I'll put that away though. And I'm just trying to have as many projects as I can to work on in case I get bored. I don't think there's a chance of that, but anyway, I'd rather spend the money now than spend it then. I don't know. I don't see that. When I think about it logically, it doesn't make sense, but it's making sense as well at the same time. So it's don't analyze it. I did get a couple of electronic charts. Sorry. I ordered the Happily Ever After by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, which is the 2017 sale. They have promised that Heidi, The Owl and the Pussycat, and Pride and Prejudice are going to be in that one. And Heidi and Pride and Prejudice are 2 of my all-time favourite novels. So my daughter's named Heidi. So I had to get that. I promised myself I wouldn't do any sales next year. But when I saw Heidi and Pride and Prejudice, I couldn't resist. So I'm doing that one. And that's why I'm not framing Once Upon a Time and the Storytime sampler that I did last year, because when I finish Happily Ever After next year, I want to frame them all in the same frame. So I'll do that at the end when that one's finished as well. Verbena patterns, which I'd never heard of before. Sorry, I think that was my door slamming. There's a bit of wind picking up. I'd never heard of Verbena patterns before, but it's an Etsy store, and the lady's friend, her name's Irina something, I'm sorry, I can't remember the surname, but she's in Russia. But one of her friends posted on one of the groups I'm in that she was having a buy one get one free sale on Etsy store. It was a Cyber Monday sale, and I bought Pink Garden, which looks like this. And then my free chart is called Christmas Mood, which looks like this. And they were absolutely beautiful. They were about $6 each Australian. So I paid $6 for 2 charts, which was really, really good value. And then Brooks Books had released Abby Cat and Milo Mouse, which looks like this. I thought it was really cute, but it's also helping a mother and child that have fallen into a bit of trouble, financial trouble. So she was going to give 50% of the proceeds of that chart to the mother and daughter, or mother and child, I can't remember, it's a daughter or a son. But given that I thought it was cute and I wanted to help out that mother and or that family, I bought that one. And then, so that's all the haul I got. The haul you'll see a decrease in the next few months, given that I'm working on Stitch from Stash next year. Now I'm going to be participating in Freebie February in February, which is run by Heather Stitches. Hi Heather. And the charts I'm going to do are all electronic, so I'll show you those here. The first one is the Chatelaine Easter egg, and it's a freebie it's still available on the Chatelaine website, and it looks like this. Now I haven't worked out which fabric I'm using for that one, but it will be one from Stitches and Spice. I got a sparkly pack from them, and one of those should fit the Easter egg comfortably, so I'll work on that one. The next one I'm not going to try to pronounce. It looks like it's in French, but I will post a picture here. Now this one may or may not happen. It's on my top 4. I don't know whether I'm going to do 3 or 4, but it'll be the 4th one I do. So I'll just be using my 20 count opal Ada for that one, and it looks like this. And then Jardin Privé released The Way to Happiness a few years ago, and it was released as a cell in different parts. And, sorry, itchy nose. I ordered the fabric I need, and I've got all the DMCs, and I'll be working on it in February, and it looks like this. And then Brooks Books Publishing have this Easter house, it's called, and it's absolutely beautiful. Looks like this. And I'll be working that on the suggested 14 count perforated paper in white. And it uses DMC and Mill Hill beads. So I've got everything I need for all of those, and February, I don't know whether I'll only be working on those 3 or 4, but I'll at least work on those, but I may work on other things as well. I'm not sort of cutting myself off from that, from anything else. The other thing is I mentioned a couple of videos ago that I wanted to start a Teresa Wensler, and I've decided that I'm going to do Fantasy Triptych. It's in my book, but it's between a spine, like the photo kind of covers 2 pages, so I'll insert a picture here of what it looks like. So I've ordered all the DMCs that I needed that weren't in my stash, and I've got the fabric. It's just plain Lugana or Monaco, I think. So yeah, I'll be starting that next year sometime. Hopefully in the earlier half of the year. Just whenever I feel like it. I'm not going to wait to finish anything else. I'm just going to start it when I feel like. But I've got everything I need to do that, so I won't need to wait. And Stitch from Stash is doing something a little bit similar to Year of Whips. I'm not participating in Year of Whips, but they have a postcard pal, and Stephanie from who is actually organising the Stitch from Stash has organised a similar type of deal with postcards where you have a postcard partner. It's not compulsory, but if you're in this group you can choose to have a postcard partner. You can choose whether you want an international one or someone from the same country, or either. I said I'm fine to have one from overseas, and I was partnered up with Leanne from Missouri in the States. So hi Leanne, if you're watching, I did tell her that I make videos, and she said she'd look into it. And she said that she wants to start making videos at some point too, so I'm encouraging her to do that. But we've started chatting, and she seems really nice, and I'll be sending her postcards for the first half of next year. And the final thing I want to mention is that I've reached 1,000 subscribers, which is really mind-blowing. That's amazing. But thank you so much. I just want to thank everyone so much. I will be doing a giveaway, but I'll just wait until the Christmas period's over for that. But I just want to thank everyone so much for that. It blows my mind that I've gotten up to 1,000 subscribers. That's amazing. But thank you so much for that. Thank you for subscribing and for watching my videos, and for all the lovely comments I get each and every month, for the thumbs up. And it's just, this community is amazing. You've heard it before, but it really, really is. So again, thank you. I can't stop thanking you because it's just, I can't believe it. But yeah, so on that note, I'm going to have to say goodbye because my husband's due home soon, and he will just tease me if he sees me making videos. But it's all in good fun. This is actually my new craft room. I might give you a tour another time, but I don't think I'm going to keep, I think it will depend on the time whether I work from here again. Just because the sun, if the sun were out, it's not at the moment, but if it were, it's just right in my face, and I can't see what I'm showing on the screen, so I don't know what you're seeing. But now that it's cloudy, there's still quite a bit of glare, so I'll have to keep exploring the different rooms, the different options. So depending on the type of day and whether it's morning or afternoon, I may not be in this room next time, but I will give you a tour at some point. It's only small. It's just got a wardrobe. I'm sitting at a desk, and I've got a cube storage system from IKEA to my left, and you're sitting on a windowsill at the moment. So, and my view is my back garden, which it's just a backyard. It's not a garden, with a hills hoist and the back neighbours behind the fence. So that's my view. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm just rambling now, so I will see you next month. I want to do a Mirabilia, sort of a flick through of my Mirabilia patterns, so I'll probably do that some stage during December. I'm not promising because everyone gets busy in December. But if I don't see you before Christmas, have a lovely, lovely Christmas, and Happy New Year, and I'll see you at some point in 2017, if not earlier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.